Chair now recognizes Ranking Member Babin for an opening statement.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We appreciate it. I want to say thank you to all you witnesses that are here today. We're looking forward to hearing your testimonies. As this is the first formal hearing of the Space and Aeronautics Subcommittee of the 116th Congress, I'd like to formally welcome you to the committee, and I look forward to working with you, Chairman Horn, on one of the most exciting issues that we deal with here in Congress, and that is space exploration. This is not only one of the most exciting issues, but it is also one of the most exciting times for space exploration. We have a renewed sense of urgency and purpose that is coupled with focus, leadership, and enthusiasm. I'm excited to be involved in our nation's space enterprise at this moment in our history. We have a unique opportunity before us. We have an administration that put forth a bold direction, and we have an agency that stands ready to meet that challenge. We've seen proposals to reinvigorate NASA before, but we are uniquely positioned at this moment to capitalize on the investments made over the last 2 decades. Unlike President Kennedy's challenge to put a man on the moon within the decade, we have already made the investments in the systems that will turn that challenge into a reality. And we now have robust centers and infrastructure, an eager workforce, a modern industrial base, a hungry commercial sector, a vibrant space market, and years of hardware development already under our belts. We are in the final stages of developing the Space Launch System. We've already conducted a test flight of the Orion capsule, and ground systems at the Kennedy Space Center are being built as we speak. The President has provided direction, focus, and enthusiasm, which will only help us in making continued progress. And that isn't to say that we don't have work to do. Specifically, we need a clear plan and a realistic budget proposal. We need to be cautious about developing a plan that is overly ambitious or too costly. And we need to ensure that OMB sufficiently funds the plan and subsequent budget requests. We must develop next-generation spacesuits and human-class landers, scale up in-space propulsion, and life support systems, and properly mitigate radiation hazards. We must also develop these capabilities in an extensible manner that enables an evolvable architecture that can explore not only the moon, but also Mars and beyond. And as the National Academy's Pathways to Exploration report recommended, NASA should develop technologies that feed forward from one mission to the next and reduce or eliminate the development of dead-end technologies. Furthermore, Space Policy Directive 1 directed NASA to lead an innovative and sustainable program of exploration with commercial and international partners to enable human expansion across the solar system and to bring back to Earth new knowledge and new opportunities. Developing a plan that takes into account both the principles of extensibility and sustainability will be very challenging and will require NASA to make difficult decisions going forward. But I believe that NASA is well up to this task. We must also be mindful of artificial schedule pressures. The Aerospace Safety Advisory Panel has noted in several reports that it's important to set challenging but achievable schedules and not allow undue schedule pressure to lead to decisions that adversely impact safety and mission assurance. Maintaining a balance between setting challenging yet achievable goals and taking prudent steps to ensure safe operations will certainly need to be addressed in any future plans. Humanity will commit to the task of exploring the cosmos. The only real question is whether the United States will be the one to lead in that effort. I, for one, will do everything that I can to ensure that this happens. Before I yield back my time, I would like to make one final observation. The administration is still finalizing their lunar plans. And while this hearing is very helpful, and I realize that NASA previously committed to delivering a plan to the committee by now, holding the hearing without new details does seem premature. I would respectfully recommend that we hear from NASA once this plan is finalized. And so with that, I yield back.